Okay, thanks for checking out this video, and anything that you see from your vast experience doing coops that may help me with this project, I would greatly appreciate. So my situation is that I'm developing a property right now, and I'm about to purchase this shed here, which is a 10 by 12 shed to use for storage. This shed is 6'3" to the wall, from the floor to the roof, and it's something that after we get done using it for storage during this property development, I want to turn into a chicken uh, coop area, as well as primarily for the shed part of things, a feed storage area and a garden shed. My situation as far as my job is that I travel quite extensively, and so even to be gone for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, even sometimes as long as 10 weeks is not outside the norm. And so I want to still be able to have chickens. I actually have several rare breeds that um, I can sell, and a lot of other things going on with chickens that demand that I work out a system that makes everything work. And so what I want to do is I want to create an automated chicken coop system that works for me with my travels, to where I don't have to pay people to come in and take care of these chickens all the time. Obviously, I'll have to have people coming by to collect the eggs, but with eggs you can do like a barter system or something, and it's not like you're having to pay for a lot of work to be done to maintain these chickens. And so what I want to do is build a coop off of each side here. So the coop would be 5 foot wide by 12 foot long on each side, and then there's going to be a run on each side of this shed, a chicken yard for them to run around in. I want 30 inches of clearance from the ground to the bottom of the chicken house area, so that I can slide a wheelbarrow under there and have a door here, a couple of doors here to span the 12 feet, and then once I open those doors, just be able to rake out the bedding and change out the bedding really nice and easily. Uh, One thing that I also want to be able to do is gather the eggs from the inside, and part of that is because if I'm gone, people usually only want to come every couple of days, and if it's really cold, I would rather be able to have the eggs in here, because I am going to insulate everything. Actually, I'm going to insulate the chicken sheds too, um, but yeah, that's just something that I'd like to have. And so uh, the barn itself is going to be up on 16-inch blocks to make all of this. This is pretty much to scale, uh, so this is to make everything work out right. And this is a 112 pitch here, so it's 5 foot here at the joining of the wall, and then 4.5 foot here on the outside. Okay, so let's go up to this overhead view here. This would be just of one of the sides of the chicken house area, which would be 5 feet by 12 feet. I would like to put a removable divider in the middle that I can take out if, say, for instance, I'm wanting to selectively breed some birds, or maybe I have a different breed come in for a period of time. That'll allow me to do that. Then I would like to have some roosts here. These are just rough lines we're going to have to, of course, accommodate for this divider in here. Chicken doors, and then the nesting boxes. Again, I want to be able to gather the eggs within the shed, so I'm going to get the nesting boxes that have the angled floor that will roll the eggs out and can be gathered in the shed. So this would be through the wall into the shed side. Now for the watering system, I am going to probably plumb it in. Again, it will be insulated in here, and this is one area that we're still trying to work out. I'm working with a plumber on this. I'm going to do nipple systems here, but right now we're looking at wrapping it with heat tape, putting on a thermostat plug, and then covering it with insulation, and then covering that with a PVC cover that you can buy to cover all that. And then we would just cut squares out where the nipples are, and actually install them right there where the chickens can still access them. We would just put the PVC cover to keep the chickens from, picking at the insulation. Okay, so the other option for that, instead of plumbing it in this way, is to use a barrel and pump system and have water circulating through, and that way we can avoid having to do the insulation and all of that stuff in here. I am in the state of Virginia, so we do get down to zero on occasion, usually every winter, for a short period of time, and so I'm just trying to protect for that as much as possible. We could do the barrel system, but we would have to do like a float valve in there, have it plumbed in with a float valve, where once it got down to a certain point, we could, it would automatically refill, because again, I'm not going to be there, and so I can't have people there all the time having to refill these, because I'm going to have a good number of chickens, and even with a 50-gallon barrel, it's not going to last long. So would appreciate any perspective that you may have on those two options, either of those two options. As far as the feeders go, I'm actually going to do clear 4-inch PVC gravity-fed feeders in here, and I'm actually going to have closed-circuit cameras in here so that I can actually view the clear PVC. If we get low on feed, I will be able to see that, and we'll be able to let someone know. But I am going to, in addition to the 4-inch feeders, I'm going to actually do a 45-degree back out through this wall into the shed area, and I'm going to put a large hopper on the top of this 4-inch gravity-fed feeder, and that way I can hold maybe 150 pounds of feed per feeder here, and get by for a much longer period of time without needing to be refilled. This is just a view as if you were facing this shed wall here on the inside of the shed. This is the shed floor, and then this is a 4-inch section right here from the top of this block to the bottom of this coop. That's where your distance would be there, and then we have 6 inches here for the deep litter box area. I know you usually do like 12 inches or so, but I think I can do the 6-inch. I don't mind cleaning about every 6 months on that, but I would like to hear your thoughts on whether you think that that is sufficient. The waters, I'm going to put water roofs over those just to protect from chicken drop-ins and them trying to get on top of the waters. And then, of course, you see the feeders here. And that's pretty much it. All of this stuff is pretty much scaled down pretty accurately. And so what you see is pretty close on the sizes. Again, I appreciate any perspective that you may have from your experience, and look forward to hearing back from you. Thank you.